Hey everybody, I've got another question. 질문 또 왔어요 from osyiaa. osyiaa 발음이 맞아요? 네, this is a Korean American fan from Tennessee. How y'all doing? I like Tennessee. I was in Memphis for one summer. It's really hot and humid. So I hope you're doing okay in Tennessee. 반갑습니다. And thank you for the question. 질문은 이거예요. 미국에서 이런 표현 많이 들을 수도 있어요. Politically correct. Politically correct. 이게 도대체 뭡니까? Politically correct이란 말은 진짜 옛날부터 있었던 말이에요. 근데 특히 미국에서 1970년대부터 조금 더 많이 쓰게 됐고 80년대에 진짜 많이 시작됐고 and 이제는 좀 오버됐어요. 영국도 마찬가지, 캐나다도 마찬가지. Politically correct. Politically correct, 제가 알고 있는 거 정확한 한국말 없지만 약간 이렇게 생각하시면 돼요. 방송용어, 방송에서 쓸 수 있는 말, something like that. That's one idea. The other idea is speaking politically. Politically correct means using words that do not offend people. Using language, using words that don't upset people, that don't make other people angry. Okay? So, as an Asian person and as a white person, if I said, "Oh, you're yellow," does that make you feel bad? It makes some people feel bad. I'm yellow? 어쩌구리? I'm Asian. Or I'm Oriental. But many Asian people do not like the word Oriental. So Asian is the politically correct word for people from Korea, people from China, Japan, Vietnam, even India. Asian is the politically correct word. Not yellow, not Oriental. And the same for white. Actually, if somebody calls me white, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But the politically correct word is Caucasian. Caucasian. Okay? And I'm sure you know in America, black. Now, I have many black friends, and they've told me they don't really care. But anyway, in America, the politically correct term for black people would be African American. African American. 그건 잘 아시죠? And what about Indian? 미국 Indian, American Indians, we should say Native Americans. Native Americans. 근데 캐나다에서 재미있는 말이 있어요. 캐나다 좀 달라요. 제가 여기 찾았는데 캐나다는 어떻게 하는지 First Nations. 캐나다에서 그 Indian, American Indian 같은 사람 볼 때, 같은 친구 볼 때 First Nations이란 말 해요. 제가 하나 배웠어요 오늘. So, we shouldn't say Indian, we should say American Indian, or we should actually say Native American. 저도 인디언 친구 많이 있었어요. 제가 옛날에 위스콘신 주에서 살았는데 거기 인디언 되게 많아요. Native American 되게 많아요. They didn't care. But anyway, the politically correct term is not Indian, it is Native American. So it works with 인종, which is race. It works with race. We also use politically correctness. We can add a noun here. Politically correctness with 성. For example, sex, exactly. Okay, so sex. So sometimes on your immigration card, sex으로 써있죠. Male or female. Okay, 남자, 여자 이런 거. 구별하면 안 돼. Well, 구별해야 하면 이 단어 쓰지 마. Gender. You should use the word gender. Gender. And same thing with words like fireman. Man 들어가잖아. Man. Oh, no. 그런 거 구별하지 마. 그럼 어떻게 해요? Fire person? 그렇게 하지 않고 firefighter. 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 Policeman? No. Policewoman? No. Police officer. 따지면 policeman하고 police officer 좀 다를 수도 있는데. Anyway, politically correct. If you want to be politically correct, we should say firefighter, we should say gender, we should say police officer. Chairman? No. Chairperson. Okay? So it works with sex. Oops. Gender. Next, 장애. 장애 말할 때 disability, disabled. Okay? 이렇게 생각해요. So for example, disabled, we should also say disabled 말고요. Physically challenged. Physically challenged. 몸에 좀 힘든. 몸에 어디 불편한 이란 말. Physically challenged. Blind, we should say visually challenged. Visually challenged. And deaf, we should say hearing challenged. Hearing challenged. Now, 제 아들 장애인데 physically challenged 하지만 저는 생각 없이 그냥 it's my boy. 특별한 label 없어요. But 있어야 하면 if I have to have a label 그럼 mentally challenged. Mentally challenged. So we should try to be polite, so mentally challenged would be the best. And it also works in religion. So 미국에서 살잖아요. 그럼 미국에서 거의 12월 중부터 Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas 많이 하잖아요. 근데 유태인 그런 말 들리면 기분 어때요? Merry Christmas? 웃기네. 그 무슬림 친구 만나면 무슬림도 뭐야 크리스마스가 뭡니까? 그 불교도 마찬가지. 불교도 they don't celebrate Christmas, right? The Hindus don't celebrate Christmas. Atheist 그 무종교, 종교 없는 친구들 they don't celebrate God's birth. They celebrate Santa Claus, maybe. But the Merry Christmas이란 말 politically correct 일 거면 쓰지 마. 그럼 어떡해? Merry 하면 안 되죠. Happy Holidays 이란 말이 있어요. Happy Holidays. 그냥 Happy Holidays 말하면 it's 무종교. There's no 종교 involved, so it's politically correct. So, basically, politically correctness is the changing of language so that we do not offend anybody. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Gosh, that's tough. That's tough. I think sometimes people say words in a rude way and it sounds bad. For example, black, oh, he's black. He can't do it. He's black. That's really bad. But, oh, he's African American. He's African American. He can't. It's the same thing. All you're doing is changing words. I think the idea of changing words doesn't really do anything with how people interact. But a lot of people believe that, so they do. My recommendation, if you're living in America, try to use politically correct expressions. It'll be easier. If you say something wrong, people might get angry. That's what politically correctness is, okay? And I hope I didn't make anybody mad today by using some of the expressions. I hope not. Teaching about politically correctness, talking about sensitive issues, but it's important. And once again, I will say, many people nowadays think politically correctness 좀 오버하는 거예요. Okay? And not just me, not just white people, but a lot of people think that way. So it's up to you. You do what you want. It's you talk to your friends, to your Caucasian friends, and your African American friends, and your Native American friends. You ask them how they feel about it, and make up your own decision. Politically correctness. That's a great topic. It's something that we should have a debate. 토론 좀 해야죠, 이런 거에 대해서. Anyway, thank you very much for the question, and I hope I've answered it, and please keep those questions coming. Bye-bye.